if you've done the protests, you've emailed your MP, you've talked about it, you've tried to convince others in your circle to explain your reasoning, you've written to your MP, you've protested, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
And yet again, this weekend, was it 500 largely British pensioners got arrested for a Palestinian protest
Um,
because they referenced Palestine Action again.
yeah.
We had so many lovely police officers that are just like, cradling the arm of some elderly lady as they walk her to the prison van. But I'm thinking, like, when these things don't work, love, what do you do next?
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and again, we're not condoning violence. In fact, it shouldn't ever get to the stage where violence is even an option. It's just that if you continually ignore, dismiss, and denigrate people and all of the so-called democratic norms that we're there to exercise are ignored and denigrated, and people are arrested for exercising their right to protest and blah, 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 blah. The scary thing is what people turn to next, right? And this is the thing, like I was reading something the other day about the creation of Hezbollah, who are tagged as a terrorist group in Lebanon. Hezbollah were only created after the first invasion of Lebanon by Israel.
Mm,
See, so like, but again, Hezbollah as an entity are making it unsafe for all of the Lebanese people because now they're all victims of that situation. So like what I just don't know what the answer is, love, honestly. Especially in these kind of situations when you watch what's happening in the Middle East, and I know we're not supposed to call it the Middle East, but particularly with Israel, this Israeli government acting as the aggressor, but no international community is speaking up except for a handful of people. There is no action against the genocide. Genocide scholars have flagged it. The ICC, the ICJ have sort of indicated that Netanyahu is a war criminal. Um, and yet nothing happens.
yeah.
So, like,
Yeah. And this is the thing, I think to your point, like, you know, one, the police should never, like, our police should never have to be asked to remove like old age pensioners and send them to a police van. That should never happen. And I feel sorry for any policeman or police person that has
me
had to do that.
too.
It's ridiculous. It's a complete waste of their time, complete waste of their
Yeah.
training, just ridiculous on every level. And then to your point, the fact that Palestine Action Group had been uh, uh, designated as a terrorist group, that got overthrown, and then the UK government is appealing that High Court ruling that is not. It's like nuts, especially to again to your point when you consider that Netanyahu has been there's a warrant out for his arrest by the International Criminal Court of Justice, and so he this is a recognized war criminal that you're defending effectively. Like, what do we have to do to like find justice? And you get to that point where you're like, democracy is taking too long. It's too slow a process because you're right. We can wait for the vote, and hopefully, when the time comes, people will vote for a party that says no to this sort of thing, that says clearly this is a crime, this shouldn't happen, this is genocide. Simple things that everybody can see that is objectively true. But the next election, the next general election is so far away that maybe we'll forget about it by that point. And so it's like we need change to happen now, not wait for all these lives to just be expired. And so I think that's the frustration. I think to like again, as you've already said, we should always um, avoid violence. That's never something that I would support, and I'm sure you would never
Mm-mm.
support that either. But it's the patience that's required to go through the right processes is on a whole other level. It's a big burden to deal with.
Hugely. Yeah.